boys and girls, it's me. I haven't made a video in a while. I've been like lazy and busy. I was busy on Thursday. Today I'm actually gonna do a cooking thing with you guys. Keep in mind that this recipe that I'm doing I've never used before, so it's kind of one of those things where I'm on a whim with, sorry, I'm running the meat. I'm on a whim with all the leftovers. So I got a pound of ground beef. See, pound of ground beef. And I'm going to throw in a little garlic salt, but I am going to throw in a clove of garlic. But I just need garlic salt to like help add to the salt, because I don't actually have any salt in here, really. We're going to do garlic salt, and I've got a bottle of chopped onions, and we're going to sprinkle a little bit of those in there because I don't have any onion powder anymore. I'm throwing a little bit of crushed red pepper flake in there, so that way you got a little bit of flavor. Hold on, put this camera down for a minute. Let me grab the garlic. Okay. So I actually pre-chopped the garlic. Hold on, I chopped the garlic earlier, like right before I started this video, like when I was de-thawing the meat. But there's what it looks like right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and brown this and come back in a minute when it's all browned and ready to go. Okay. See, I don't know if I actually told you guys what I'm making. I'm making some sort of form of Mexican pasta dish using leftovers. I mean, I might have already said that, but I'm gonna say it again. And a cool trick to make great tasting taco meat without using the packet of taco seasoning is a little bit of ground chili powder and some cumin. I'm actually out of cumin, so I'm just going to use ground chili powder, and then I'm going to use a little bit of the taco seasoning pack just to add the flavor of tacos. I don't really know. I thought we had an extra bottle of cumin somewhere, but I guess we don't. I don't exactly know how much of each seasoning to put. I kind of just sprinkle till I think it's enough, and that's kind of what you need to do too. So, but yeah. Okay, so while the hamburger meat's browning up, I'm going to go ahead and start pasta sauce. In the pan, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of butter in it to saute some garlic. And then I'm going to add about half a cup of salsa. I have this stuff called chipotle ranch. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, I have this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there, and I'm also going to throw a can of tomato sauce in there. But I'm going to throw a little bit of butter so I can saute the garlic and get that going. I'll be back in a second. Saucepan. I'm going to go ahead and add in 15 ounces of tomato sauce to my pot. Just because it's sauteed for a minute. I'm going to add that in there. I'm going to go ahead and say about half a cup of salsa. I'm going to eyeball it. I don't really know for sure how much salsa we need. But I'm going to go ahead and throw in about that much. So we have salsa in there. It's probably really close to my face, I'm sorry. Trying to twist it on. I'm going to go ahead and add some chipotle ranch now, about quarter to half a cup, like everything else. I really don't know. Okay, good, it's still good. Sorry, I smelled it. That much. Just go with that much. Let me put the lid on this. And I'm also going to go ahead, I know I didn't say this before, I'm going to go ahead and throw in some of that taco seasoning, the taco seasoning mix that I have, just because I want to go ahead and add a little bit more of that Mexican flavor. And so that way this stuff doesn't go to waste, because we'll never ever use it. My mom never uses it. So let's go ahead and throw some of that in there, like half a packet, I think, probably. Just probably, approximately. Don't really know. Like I said, I don't have an actual recipe for this. This is just something that there's leftovers in the fridge from when we had enchiladas a couple nights ago. Well, some of it's from enchiladas a couple nights ago, and then some of it's from some pepperoni stuff that my mom made one day. So it's all just sort of coming together on a whim. So let's go ahead and stir this up and get it all ready to go and everything. Let it come to a boil, and then I'll reduce the heat. Actually, I don't think it's that high, actually. I really don't. We're going to see what it's on. Oh yeah, it's not that high. I want to go ahead and turn up the heat a little bit. Let it come to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down and reduce and simmer, and the hamburger meat's browning really pretty and nice. Be back in a second when the hamburger meat's done. Now that the hamburger is almost completely browned, see? Almost completely browned. I'm going to go ahead and throw in the taco seasoning. I'm not going to do what it says on the package just because I don't really want to. I'm feeling very lazy, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the rest of the taco seasoning out of that package and mix that up and let it go. That was all I really wanted to say. I forgot to tell you about that I'm not going to do it per se instructions just because there's grease in the bottom of the pan and that grease can sort of act like the water. So I'm not really too worried about it not having water in it, I guess. But spaghetti sauce is looking, it looks weird. Like, it legitimately, hold on, let me move something. It legitimately looks really, like, I just can't see it on camera. It's really pale. But, I mean, hopefully it's good. I mean, I'm hoping it's gonna be good. Thinking about maybe adding some sour cream to it. I don't know. I'll let you know if I do. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some sour cream in there. I'm just gonna throw in about a spoonful or so, just to give it a little bit more cream, give it a little creamier texture. Okay, so we can do this with one hand. Hold on. But throw in about that much sour cream, just to give it a little bit more creamy of a texture. I mean, it's really good as it sits right now with everything that I put in there. It's really, really good. My suggestion to you though is like, do the tomato sauce and then start off small with like your salsa and like your chipotle ranch or whatever chipotle item you buy. Start off like in small portions with that and then work your way up to bigger portions. But try it after a few minutes, and if it's not up to where you think it needs to be, go ahead and add some more to it. It is really good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some garlic salt in here too, just because it needs it. Because there's no salt in it at all. Well, besides the freaking taco seasoning, but you can't really taste it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some garlic salt, not powder. I don't want powder. Oops. Sorry, I used my armpit. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of garlic salt in there. And like I said, it's just basically to taste. I don't really know exactly how much of anything I'm putting in here because I don't have a recipe. I'm gonna go and throw a little bit of crushed pepper flakes in here too, just because I can, to give it a little bit more spice. And I'm also going to go and throw some more onion in there. I should have did that in the beginning, but I didn't think about it till just now. So we're going to throw a little bit of onion, chopped onions in there. See? Chopped onion. Alright, so there's that. And the hamburger meat is actually almost done. So I should be able to show you the next portion in a minute, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, so the hamburger meat is now done. And what I want to do is I want to throw in a little bit of butter, so because there's not much grease in this meat at all. It's actually pretty grease-free. I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little butter though, just so that way I can saute my noodles in this, because it's got so much great flavor in it. The onion and the garlic and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and saute my noodles. Ruin that spoon. So I'm going to go ahead and throw about, I'm sorry, I'm scooping butter. About that much butter in the pan. Like so. See? Just throw that much butter in. So there's that much butter in the pan, and I have a mixture of 2 different kinds of noodles. I don't really know what they're called because I'm not a cooking genius. Like the spiral, and I think one's rotini and the other one's something. I don't actually know. But there's these kind of noodles, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it in here, maybe, if they'll come out, because they've been kind of packed, because this thing is compacted. And I'm basically going to stir these up, fry them up, and then I'll be back in a minute. One more thing I completely forgot about. I have in this little dish right here, and you can probably see it. It looks like sloppy Joe mix, but this is actually about 1/3 of a cup of enchilada sauce and about 1/3 of a cup of meat that I had stored from when we had enchiladas a couple nights ago, and I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the sauce. So that way we have a little bit more of that tangy Mexican flavor, just because I love a lot of flavor. I'm a flavorful person, so. And the noodles are obviously right there. I'm covered it up so that way the noodles can heat up while they're frying, and that way they have the flavors and stuff, so yeah. Okay, so I'm back. Everything's done. There's the noodles and the meat, and then there's the sauce. What I want to tell you guys is if you have leftover noodles, go ahead and saute them, but if you don't worry about sauteing them, just make them like you're supposed to. You know, boiling water, salt, oil, all that fun shit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw everything into this bowl, because my skillets and stuff are too small to mix this shit in. Anyways, the skillet that I was using was too small, so I'm going to go ahead and throw everything into this big bowl, including the sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and mix it together and see how it tastes. I'm going to mix it together and then I'm going to make me a bowl. So just give me a second. Bear with me. Bear with me! Mix everything together. Steam in the face. Steam in the face. Steam, 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 steam in the face. And that sauce is so good. Especially with that enchilada sauce in there. Oh, it's so good now. I'm in love. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and serve me up a bowl. I know you can't really see me because of the fact that I don't have a tripod. But I'm gonna go ahead and serve me up a bowl. Ew, stuck my finger. Okay, there we go. Got it. Alright, I'm gonna be a bowl full. And what I have now, okay, so here's my bowl. And I have green onions right here, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of those on top of it. Because nothing Mexican is complete without a little bit of some sort of onion flavor. And I don't have regular onions, otherwise I would have sauteed those with the meat. So I'm going to top mine with green onions. Okay? Now, I'm going to mix it up. Oh, let me show you. No, I'm not going to mix it up, I lied. Alright, so get a little bit of everything in here. And here we go. Ready? Maybe if I can hold the camera. Oh, it smells so good. Wish there was smell-o-vision. Oh my god, that's really good. It's kind of spicy, but it's okay, because I love spicy food. If you don't like spicy food, leave out the crushed onions, or the crushed red pepper flakes. Oh my god, sorry, I'm chewing my mouth open. Other than that, this shit is good. Like, for being one of those dishes that I threw together with leftovers because I had nothing else. I really had nothing else really except a hamburger and French fries, and then leftovers. So I made this, and it is so good. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, well there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Hope you guys make it, enjoy it. It makes a lot. What I used to made a lot. So if you want to make more, you can always up the ante. I will for sure put like the ingredients that I used inside of it in the crotch bar. If this is your first time watching me, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also go subscribe to my vlogging channel because I'll post videos up on there every so often. So thank you.